Hello everybody, welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
We are back with Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Which way am I even going? I don't know for sure. I think this way, but... Whoa.
I do not remember.
Press and hold right trigger while in the air to glide. Yeah. Okay. Ow. That's not good. Well, there's some health at least.
Speed of flap and generate a burst of wind.
Yeah, but what does that do for me? Am I supposed to have this thing ignited, I guess?
Looks like
okay. That is very much a yes. And then I just glide on up here. Hello.
Key.
You shine bright, spirit. You disturb the silence. Folly. She hears. She sees. And you, yes, you are easily seen. We obey the silence. Those who do not, they never leave. Okay.
Thank you.
Not sure I like the sound of what you're saying a whole lot. I'm like, do I want to go all the way up right away, or...
That's cool.
Oh, there's a keystone there. I bet you I'm gonna need that. Ow. Yep, in fact, I'm probably gonna need it for that exact door.
Well, at least they were close to each other.
But I'm gonna need more than just one for that. In fact, typically I need 4 for those doors. Yep.
4.
Where
Okay.
are the other 2? That didn't seem to do anything. How about this? Nope. Maybe back this way? Yeah.
I don't know about where you live, but here we have so much grass pollen. My allergies are so annoying right now. It's just such a weird, like, thing. It's like we were meant to be, and historically humans spent, like, most of their time outside doing stuff. Yet I have allergies for, like, just grass. Like,
Yeah.
How did my ancestors deal with that? I mean, there was no allergy medication. It was just like, yep, you gotta be outside all day in the pollen. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, I literally don't know where I'm supposed to find these other keystones. I did just have one other thought about something up here, though. Oh, hello. Well, that kind of accidentally my way into that one. Now, the other thought that I had was... if I could maybe get this thing to come on down here. Maybe not that far down, but yeah. Use the enemy to break the wall. That is what I was going for. Not so much getting hurt by it, but oh well. Am I back where I was before? I guess so.
Weird.
Okay. That's just what was to the left of that initial air current. Okay. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. She guarded the silence. It's a hard thing to guard. Yay! 4 keystones.
Alrighty. What are we doing now? So, I don't know if you've seen the posts or articles or whatever that I've been seeing about, like, companies that went heavy on AI are essentially regretting it because of the cost.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing, like... So I have seen those, like, articles and stuff. But then I also see, like, just... Like, yeah, so here's an article that just popped up. Anthropic urges pause in AI development, says industry needs a brake paddle. But then I also see, like, company stocks just, like, going... Like, big company stocks just going up. And, like, everybody's saying it's the most successful thing ever. And, like, you know, profits have never been higher. And, like, you look at the S&P 500 and it's just, like, crazy high, like, insanely. I never thought, you know, it was like in 2021, so 5 years ago, it was like 2,000 or 2,500. Now it's 7,500. I mean, that's just, it was like unthinkable. That amount of growth is just crazy. And so it's like, it's very confusing because I agree that, like, we haven't seen the right returns on AI. Like, there's been so much push for it, and there's obviously good uses for it, and everybody's using it. But we have to ask ourselves, has productivity really, has it paid off? Like, yes, productivity's higher, but have we had an increase in quality of outcome, or even quantity of outcome? I don't know. I'm not sure I've seen. I'm not sure I've seen that, but, like, the money continues to flow, profits continue to grow. Like, I don't know. Very confusing. Everyone's confused, but they keep putting money into it, so it's like, okay, I don't know.
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do right here. Seems like I just kind of have a loop. Oh, okay. I thought this was, like, blocked off and not just...
Yeah.
Dark, hollow thing.
The thing that also is weird to me is, like, people obviously aren't adopting it in their daily lives like, you know, like Microsoft wants, or like all these PC companies, because I mean, you saw that, I don't know if you saw that like commencement speech, everyone was like, every time AI was mentioned, they were just booing. And like the Copilot Plus PCs are not selling, and like but they just keep pushing it. Like, no, here's a new PC with AI, and Nvidia just announced like a fully AI PC with only an Nvidia chip. So they're not using Intel or anything else. It's like, this is pure Nvidia. First time they've ever done it. And it's a gaming / AI PC. So it's like, you know, people are not adopting it. People are not buying it. But they just keep coming. It's like another weird thing where the consumers are not asking for this product. And they're not buying this product. Yet, the whole push is there. When has that ever happened before? I'm selling you sardine pizza. Well, no one likes it. Okay, here's sardine calzone. But no one's buying it. Now here's sardine pie. Sardine shepherd's pie. It's just like... No one's buying it. Where is this coming from?
I think, you know, after perhaps some sustained time of, you know, all this AI stuff not being successful, maybe then we would start to see, you know, the stocks tank and...
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't think this is sustainable in any way with this continued massive push and investment in AI without actually seeing sizable returns on it.
Yeah.
From a business standpoint. I mean, some people might, you know, especially the early adopters, might kind of be benefiting from just stock value increase, but I think eventually there's going to have to be some market returns, otherwise it's going to have to just, I don't know. Otherwise, it will no longer seem practical to keep investing in it.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's probably like, okay, the shareholders all want you to work on this. And so you're getting cash flow from your investors. And the cash flow from investors is outpacing the revenue. And so you're like, well, I guess I just don't really care about the revenue because I'm getting tons of money, you know, from investors about AI. So, and then the other thing I thought of is like, okay, well, memory is insanely expensive. I actually just bought a memory upgrade. I got 64 gigs. It was $600 for 64 gigs. So building your own PC is basically going to be too expensive for most people. And then all of the... Whoa, this is crazy. Like, basically, if your only options are AI PCs, you have, like, top gaming computers and AI PCs. And building your own computer's too expensive. So then it's like, okay, you don't have much of a choice. And then they're going to say, okay, well, now people are buying AI PCs. Now people are buying AI laptops, so they must like it. But what I'm thinking is, you just don't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
That's where I think it's going. Or they're going to say, okay, you can basically have network access to like a remote desktop, because we've already seen this with gaming, with cloud gaming. And then I think the next step is you do that with computers. So you own like a Chromebook, like a super cheap laptop that almost has no compute power, and then you just like remote in to a powerhouse and you just work in that way. And it'll all be AI powered. Meaning, like, you just say, I'm ready to record my video, and then AI will bring up OBS and all this stuff and set it up for you.
Yeah, like AI powered cloud computing, essentially.
Yeah.
I think is what you just described.
Yes. I think that's kind of where the direction we're headed, because it's just too expensive. No one's going to be able to afford a computer, so what's he going to do?
Surprise, surprise. We've managed to find ways to turn more things into services.
Yep. It'll be like, you want to use a computer? Well, you got to pay this subscription. That's how you use the computer. That's crazy, yeah. This computer I have should last quite a while, though, so yeah, we'll see. Wait, the bird died? Or
I'm
he's just like really sick?
Is that really what they're implying right now?
Maybe he's just really sick? What?
Well, or just very seriously hurt. What we saw was the bad creature that, I don't know, looked part bird, but still, bad creature.
It looks like...
Looked like it was trying to step on our friend here, but then there was a quick cutaway, so...
It almost looks like it died, but that's crazy.
Okay, but what's going on with this light floating around here?
I think the bird died, and that's like its soul brightening the area.
Or it's some other spirit that is gonna, like, show up and give it new life or something. I don't know. Or we're gonna have to chase it down and find out. Oh, hello, Kwolok. Its light is weak, you say.
Okay, so it's not dead.
Might be in, like, the equivalent of a coma or something.
Yeah.
I don't think the light shattering is a good thing. Oh, this is recap of prior events, I guess. Yeah. So this is where they start to give you the broader picture. Roll credits? And now we have Kuro's feather again. Okay, and I think we're back to normal gameplay here. What is it? Oh. I'm guessing now is probably about as good a time as any to bring in the Bible passage.
All right. So I have one from 1 Thessalonians 4. And it is... We'll do... Sorry. I basically just wanted to highlight one little part of this. Okay, so yeah, 1 Thessalonians 4. Let's do 9 through 12 because I just found something interesting. It says, "Now, about your love for one another, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other. And in fact, you do love all of God's family throughout Macedonia. Yet we urge you, brothers and sisters, to do so more and more, and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody." So I was looking into this a little bit because I was like, oh, it says, "Now about your love for one another, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other." And I was thinking, what does that mean exactly? Like, he is writing to them, but it's like, wow, you're doing so well that, like, I don't need to tell you what to do. And so it turns out that in the Greek, Paul uses the word theodidaktoi, which I'm probably saying wrong, and it literally means God taught ones, and it's the only time the word appears in the New Testament. And so, and he's kind of meaning that, like, God himself has been shaping their hearts. Like, it's obvious, like they are doing so well, and they're doing all these charities, and they're being extremely generous in the area, as he says, throughout Macedonia. That's what it's obvious that's what's happening. There's a change in their hearts. There's the Holy Spirit. God is affecting them, and they're following the example of Jesus. So in that way, they're also God taught. And it's just cool to see that, like, he's saying they're making a really good example for those around them. Another interesting thing is, like, even though they're being super generous and doing all these loving things, he says make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands. And so it's also kind of, I feel like that's touching a little bit on like humility and how you can be very kind and trying to follow Jesus' example, but it also doesn't mean that you have to do some grand, crazy thing that everyone's going to see and make a huge difference in the world. Like, you should strive to lead a quiet life and do the work, do just, everyday work that the everyday person would do. And then it says, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders. Like, that's how you get the respect of others, is by just living a good, on the straight and narrow path life, with kindness and love. Like, that's the kind of the goal. And they were doing it. So I am glad Paul wrote about this in that specific way, because we can also try to do that in our own lives. And it should win the respect of others who are not Christians, and hopefully get them interested in our, kind of life and philosophy, and bring them to Jesus. That's the hope.
Yeah, like, I don't know, in a way the whole thing about working almost strikes me as just kind of, I mean, you mentioned humility. I would almost more specifically think of that as saying, like, hey, don't think that you're, like, too good for, doing the dirty work, so to speak, that sometimes is needed to really minister to people.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a lifestyle fragment. I think it said one more, and then I will get another, like, life cell bar thing, whatever you want to call it. A little circle, or whatever. Okay, now what is over this way? I have not been over here before, and it seems like this might lead me towards the eyes of the forest, as it was called. Oh, geez, okay. Was not ready for that. The gate was closed. What gate? I mean, am I looking at the gate right now?
Maybe?
If you shine bright enough. How do I shine more brightly? The darkness, eh? Saying it skitters and bites, that doesn't sound like darkness. That sounds like
Yeah.
Either an insect or a spider or something like that. Ooh, hello, Splinter. Get a new spirit shard. Spirit arc shots split into smaller projectiles. But then I'd have to get rid of one of these things. I don't necessarily use it a ton. Especially right now, I'm more so interested in trying out the Sentry whenever I get a chance.
Yeah.
But that might have to be later, because I'm noticing the recording time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that for now. Come back next time, so I guess then you'll see what we find down below here.
Yeah, we got some crazy story developments in this episode. Yeah.
Alright. Subscribe so you don't miss our next video. And everything that comes after that, obviously. But, yeah. Hopefully we'll see you soon. But for now, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.